Shalom. And I want to start off by giving all the praise, honor, and glory unto Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Wachach, Chodesh. Double honors to my teachers, the apostles and elders of Great Millstone, and salutations to you, Akim, that's out there listening. Wishing for this word with truth and sincerity, and your few Akwat as well, that's listening with sincerity. All right, today, just coming back at you guys through the spirit and power of Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai. And as the left-hand side is being turned up, the Lord is going to turn up the right-hand side as well. Okay, I'm saying this in the sense of we know that we're approaching the end and that Esau is going to come down having great wrath very soon, knowing that he hath but a short time. So that means he's going to bring out all his little gadgets. Okay, he's going to utilize his sword to its fullest potential in the times to come. Because we know indeed he was blessed with the sword. Right, like it tells you in Revelation, the 6th chapter. Let's get that real quick. Chapter 6 and verse 4. It says, "And there went out another horse that was red, and power was given to him that sat thereon to take peace from the earth." Okay, and that red horse is representing Esau, Edom. Okay, it says what? He was given power to take. It says, "And power was given to him that sat down to take peace from the earth. And indeed, Esau has disquieted the earth. He has taken peace away from the earth. By what? By his sword." Okay, which goes back to the blessing that Isaac gave unto Esau. By that sword shalt thou live. And then you're gonna get the fatness of the earth and all that. Okay. It says, "And that they should kill one another, and there was given unto him a great sword." Yes. So that great sword, currently it's being utilized by E. Currently Esau is utilizing that great sword. But in the times to come, his true nature is going to show, and he's going to say, fuck all that. I'm going to cast away the deception and just show my true nature. And start persecuting the elect. Okay? Because that's really his end goal. Because him establishing his New World Order, his NWO, he doesn't want any opposite mindsets of his he doesn't want any opposite mindsets in the system. Therefore, that's why here in Revelation 12 and 17, it says, "And the dragon was wroth with the woman," the dragon representing Esau and the woman representing Israel, okay, "and went to make war with the remnant of her seed." What's the remnant of her seed? The elect, okay, which keep the commandments of the Most High, right? Because only the elect is going to try their best to keep the commandments of the Most High. The rest of our people, they will not. Okay, because they're following after the ways of E himself, the ways of this world, and have the testimony of Yahushua HaMashiach. And currently we have the testimony of Yahushua HaMashiach. Okay, and what was the testimony of Yahushua HaMashiach? Well, where it says Revelation 19 and 10, where the angel told John to worship Yahushua for the spirit of, let's get it, man. I'm butchering it. Revelation 19 and verse 10, it says, "And I fell at his feet to worship him." John fell at the angel's feet to worship him. "And he said unto me, See thou do it not. For I am thy fellow servant and thy brethren that have the testimony of Yahushua. Worship Yahweh, for the testimony of Yahushua is the spirit of prophecy." So the elect would have the spirit of prophecy, with the teachers. The teachers, the prophets, the men of the Lord, they would have the spirit of prophecy. That's furthermore proving to you how that remnant, the rest, is referring to the elect. So Esau's going to come down and make war with us, man, in the times to come. Therefore, we will need spiritual intervention. Therefore, the right-hand side will need to be turned up, like I stated earlier. Okay? That's why when you go in Isaiah 59 and verse 19, it says, "So shall they fear the name of the Lord from the west, and his glory from the rising of the sun. When the enemy shall come in like a flood, the spirit of the Lord, Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai, shall lift up a standard against them." Okay? And who's that enemy that's going to come in like a flood? Esau, Edom, the so-called white man. He's going to come down with his implementing martial law and putting the military in the streets just for the sole purpose, really, of persecuting those, that have the testimony of Yahweh Shai, like we read in Revelation 12 and 17. But also he's going to be bringing that so that, he may bring order out of chaos, the Hegelian dialectic, right? Because Esau wants all hell to break loose, because that's the only way he's going to be able to bring forth a solution and say, yo, we have to establish a new system. And the best way for us to do that is by, monitoring things and put the CHIP in you, right? The MOTB in you. So he wants chaos to be running rampant in the streets. And at the same time, while the chaos is happening, he wants to eliminate those that have a different mindset. So when that happens, a standard is going to be lifted, man. Okay, let's look up that word standard. We'll always go into it. So this is the word standard in the Hebrew. It says, na nawas. Okay, it says nawas. It says to flee, escape, to flee, escape, to take flight, depart, disappear. Okay, so there will be a standard. Hey, that standard might be you disappearing right in front of them. It might be you teleporting right in front of them. In the sense of, imagine, put you in the scenario. Here it is. You might be sleeping, and then it's like 1 o'clock in the morning or 2 o'clock in the morning, and then here these troops are kicking down your door. Then the spirit tells you to wake up. Then you wake up, you're hearing it, and then you hear a voice behind you saying, "Don't worry, be still. They're not gonna see you." And then they come in your room, and then they're like, "Where is he? Where is he?" And here it is, you're sitting on the bed or laying down. They can't see you, right? The Lord made you invisible, or it might just be the Lord just teleports you to another location. That's that standard being lifted, because hey, that's spiritual intervention right there, man. Okay, tell me, who do you know could disappear and teleport to another place in one split second? Who can make themselves invisible? These things can only happen by the Holy Spirit, by spiritual intervention, by miracles. That will happen. Because trust me, man, hey, Esau's too strong for us. Okay, with all the guns that he has, things that we have not seen, okay, things we have not heard. So we will need the spiritual intervention, man. It tells you how that in that time of Jacob's trouble is going to be like a time that the world has never experienced. Okay, so we're going to need the Lord to intervene and fight for us, because we have no strength in our hands. Like it says in Isaiah, let's get that one, that worm in Jacob. Okay, because we're vulnerable. Okay, we have no strength. The only thing that we have, is these scriptures, is the Chodash. Okay, really, the only thing we have is the Lord to fight for our fights. We don't have any strength in our hands. We just have this word that's basically doing all the work for us, man, consuming this kingdom and consuming these people. Okay, like it says in Jeremiah, I think 5 and 14, because you speak this word, I will make it fire in your mouth and devour these people. That's our power, man. Our power is in this word, preaching this word, bringing out the scriptures the proper way. So this is Isaiah 41 and verse I'm gonna start at verse 13. It says, "For I, the Lord, thy power, Yahweh Ba'ashim Yahushai, will hold thy right hand, saying unto thee, fear not, I will help thee." The Lord is going to help us. We don't need to fear. Okay, these people, they may fear, but us, well, why would we fear? We understand what's coming. Of course, it's going to be a different thing when, hell is breaking loose all around you. Yes, your flesh is going to react a certain way, but in your spirit and your mind, you're going to be stable. Isaiah 33 and 6. Furthermore, in Timothy, it tells us how that the Lord did not give us the spirit of fear, but of a sound mind and power and love. Right? We're going to be sound in that time, but our flesh may react. Of course, that will happen. But all around, in our spirit, we're going to be straight, knowing that the Lord is with us. Because the Lord is going to show us signs that he's with us. It says, verse 14, "Fear not, thou worm Jacob, and ye men of Israel, I will help thee, saith the Lord, and thy Redeemer, the Holy One of Israel." So you can see how that the Lord compares Jacob, which Jacob is the patriarch of the nation of Israel, okay, which when he wrestled the angel, his name was later changed to Israel. So he's referring to his nation as a worm, Okay, because once again, we're vulnerable. We don't have strength. We don't have military might. Okay, we don't have the strength that Esau has, man. Therefore, the Lord's gonna have to intervene and help the men of Israel. Really referring to the elect, because 2/3 they're not gonna get any aid. Okay, the Lord's gonna do away with them because they chose their side. You know, they're gonna side with the devil. They're gonna choose Esau as their master, man. You know, by taking that foreign object in their body. Okay, but as for us, we're gonna stay up on the Lord, like it says in Isaiah. Let's get that quickly. Isaiah 10 and verse 20. It says, "And it shall come to pass in that day that the remnant of Israel, and such as are escaped of the house of Israel, of the house of Jacob, shall no more again stay upon him that smote them." And who smote us? Esau, Edom, man. You know, it tells you how that our affliction was done, but here it is. He's still, keeping us captive. Okay, so it says, "But shall stay upon the Lord Yahweh Ba'ashim Yahushai, the Holy One of Israel, in truth." So the elect, their mindset is going to be detached and come and put their trust in the Lord, rather trusting in the system, trusting in okay, because we know that the help of men is vain, like the scriptures say. Okay, especially in the times to come, man. You can't be relying on men. You're going to have to rely on the Lord 100%, walking in the Spirit. Okay, knowing that the Lord is going to guide you and preserve you. It says, verse 21, "The remnant shall return, even the remnant of Jacob, unto the mighty power." Okay, so it tells you here only the remnant is going to return unto the Lord. As for the rest, they will trust in the system or, trust in this world, man. Okay, so I want to get this as well in the book of Daniel, because we're talking about the spiritual intervention, because it tells you right here in Daniel 12 and verse 1, "And at that time shall Michael stand up." Okay, and Michael is one of the archangels. Okay, "the great prince which standeth for the children of thy people. For there shall be a time of trouble, such as never was since there was a nation, even to that same time." Okay, so it's telling you here, when that time of trouble comes, which is referring to Jacob's trouble, Michael, the archangel, is going to stand up to fight for the Lord's people. Okay, once again, the Lord's people referring to the elect. Okay, because 2/3 will not be protected. And that's a fact. All right, so Michael's going to have to stand up for us, man. All right, to intervene. Okay, it says, "And at that time that people shall be delivered, every one that shall be found written in the book." So we're going to have angels, guiding us in those times. And you have instances in the scriptures where particular men of the Lord were in trouble. And an angel, the Lord made an angel come and deliver them. In the book of Maccabees, the different wars that we had, there was angels that was fighting for us. So what do you think is going to happen in the times to come, man? The Lord's going to send his angel to guide you, to protect you, man. You might see the angel live and direct, or you might not. Who knows? Only time will tell, but these things are going to occur. Okay, I want to get this too in Psalms 91, because Psalms 91 chapter tells you that, the angels are going to keep thee lest you dash your foot against the stones. This is Psalms 91. I'm going to start at verse 10, which the whole chapter is good. It goes into, the Lord guiding you and whatnot by you putting your trust in him. But I'm going to go to the point. Psalms 91 and verse 10, it says, "There shall no evil befall thee, neither shall any plague come nigh thy dwelling. For he shall give his angels charge over thee to keep thee in all thy ways." You see? So he's going to give the angels charge over us, man. You have a term in the world called guardian angels. Yeah, brothers have guardian angels, man. Protecting you throughout your day-to-day, so that, certain evils don't befall you. It tells you that in Psalms 34 and 7, "The angels of the Lord encampeth round about them that fear him, and delivereth them." Yeah, so, hey, live right now, hey, you have an angel, over you, watching you, man. It says, verse 12, "And they shall bear thee up in their hands, lest thou dash thy foot against the stones." You see, so, hey, we're going to have protection. All right, already right now we have protection. But that protection, you're going to see it. You're going to notice it. Okay? By the Lord showing you things, showing you miracles, showing you signs. You know, while all odds are stacked up against you, you might think that, yo, I'm going to die right there and there. You know, because, you know, here it is, the troops are overwhelming you. And then boom, something happens to where that, oh shit, yo, the Lord protected me. Yeah. You know, the Lord's going to have to turn up the right hand side. Okay. And currently it is being turned up, man. Okay. Hey, that was the point, man. So I'm going to close it off there. Giving all the praise, honor, and glory unto Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Wachach, Chodesh. Lord willing, this lesson was edifying. Until next time, I'm going to say Shalom.